Hey guys, welcome to Impractical Gaming. My name is Adrian and today we're going to be talking about Paladins, Champions of the Realm. I first came across Paladins when I saw my housemate playing it a couple of months ago. Paladins actually came out almost a year ago and I was under the impression it was a bit like Overwatch. I've never really played Overwatch, so I didn't quite know what that meant. Needless to say, this is my first time playing this kind of game and I didn't know what to expect. Well, before I knew it, this became one of my go-to games for the PS4 and I thought it would be perfect for my first video on this channel. Now before I get started, I do have to say this game is still in beta and is changing with every update. So some of what is said about the game may have changed by the time this video has come out. With that being said, let's jump straight in. Here's what I think about Paladins, Champions of the Realm. Like I said earlier, I've never really played this type of online multiplayer game before. The types of multiplayers I was used to playing were more run and gun solo type of gameplay, with little emphasis on teamwork or strategy. And yeah, okay, that's fine, but once I started playing Paladins, I never really looked back. Paladins does have a story mode, so its main focus is on online matchmaking. The idea is you team up in groups of 5 against another team to complete the objective. How you work in your teams and what classes and characters you choose for the match are so key to victory. There are different perks and in-game power-ups you can get to turn the game in your favour, but I'll get to that in the next segment. For a new gamer like me, I really struggled at first, but before long I found myself knowing the ins and outs of the game and knowing which character, perk and loadout combinations were the best suited to win the match. I didn't think this would be fun without a group of people to play with, but I couldn't be more wrong. Paladins is fun, engaging and challenging, whether you're by yourself or with your friends. There are 2 lobbies you can choose from, the casual lobby and the competitive lobby. The casual lobbies are if you're playing for fun or if you're looking to get experience early on in the game. Competitive lobbies are if you want to challenge yourself against the top players around the world and see where you rank. Whether you're a casual gamer like me or a competitive one, Paladins has something for everyone, and I only got more and more excited as I continued playing. You can tell the developers at high-risk studios put a lot of effort into this game, and I only continue to improve it as days go on. Also, the game is free, so that helps too. The gameplay in Paladins is simple and easy. You pick a champion for your team, and the champion falls into one of 4 classes: frontline, damage, support, and flank. The frontline's job is to capture the objective and hold down the position for as long as possible. They have the most health and the strongest defense, but they lack mobility and speed, so they tend to be easy targets. Really, this is where the points are won or lost, and without a good frontline, your team will struggle as the game drags on. The damage's job is to do damage. They're the real firepower in the team, and they're meant to hurt the enemy and force them back. They're long-range champions who can eliminate a player with a few hits, and mid to short-range champions who like to get up close and personal. The choice between the 2 really depends on your own style of play. The support champions are the healers. When you get eliminated, it takes a while to respawn and this really affects the flow of the game. Support champions are there to prevent that. They need to keep your team alive for as long as possible, and they tend to stick close to other teammates throughout a match. Without a good support, your team will struggle, and are usually the difference in close-knit games. And finally, my personal favourite, the flankers. Flankers pick off enemies when they're weak and catch them off guard from the sides and in behind. The flankers are the fastest and consequently have the weakest health. Often when your team is in trouble, your flankers can ease pressure by drawing enemies towards them and away from the objective. Each champion has 4 main abilities, each with a cooldown time, and an ultimate ability which charges up as the match goes on. Knowing when and where to use your ultimate can turn an entire game on its head. Champions all have a layout of cards that affect these abilities. You can persist with the default given to you, or customize your own based on how you like to play. It's really up to you. The cards by themselves affect very little, but the right combination can give you the edge over players when you really need it. During a match you'll obtain a currency called credits, and you can use these to buff up your champion, like reducing cooldown time, increasing base defense, or inflicting more damage to your opponents. At the end of the match, you collect your gold and use these to purchase new champions, customize existing ones, or you can buy loot crates, which I think makes each match feel so much more rewarding, whether you're playing competitively or not. The design of the game is, for the most part, very well thought out. The layout is clear, straightforward, and easy to customize. Now personally I prefer as much information on the screen as possible, but if you want, you can easily change this to a much simpler display. The playable maps are gorgeous to look at and have been carefully designed so it's clear which class of champions go where. For example, on many maps there will be narrow spaces each side of the objective, which is for the flankers. And on other maps you have platforms overlooking the objective, which is for the damage. The developers at Hi-Rez have clearly worked extensively to make each character as interesting as possible. Champions range from fantasy types to sci-fi types to even more normal human types. Each one is unique with their own personality, and it's given rise to a strong fan culture of memes and artwork within the Paladins community. The presentation of the game is very well worked on, and I'm intrigued to see what else they can bring with each new update. For as much as I love Paladins, it does have some issues. My main gripe is its really lack of genuinely fun and challenging game modes. As it stands, there are 3 game modes available: Siege, Payload, and Onslaught. Siege is my favourite game mode and I have no real problems with it, but with Payload and Onslaught I don't get the same level of enjoyment. Siege focuses on capturing the objective, winning and protecting territory, and pushing the payload. This employs multiple layers of tactical thinking and strategy, which makes it more challenging to carefully pick champions and perks. Payload lacks a lot of this for me. The way the maps were designed makes it feel like it was mainly made for flankers and frontlines, giving a handicap to other champions. Onslaught has a similar problem. The maps are modified to be one open area for all-out combat, which I don't feel suits this game. It looks like they just took the 2 main components of Siege, split them in 2 and tried to pass it off as unique game modes. Personally, I think this is something Hi-Rez has struggled with, as evidenced by one of their previous game modes, Survival. Now it's pretty self-explanatory what you have to do, and to be honest I do like survival type games, but only when everyone's on an even playing field. The whole point of survival is you start from nothing, you build up your arsenal of items you find in order to survive. But in Paladins this is impossible. For a start, you can't pick 2 of the same champion on one team, and each champion is very different. To top it off, you're given 1000 credits at the start of the game to spend on whatever perk available, so no matter how you swing it, this isn't even and in no way a survival type game. It feels more like a deathmatch, which is fine, but it's not what I came to Paladins for. My other gripe is with the loot crates. I already said I like the concept of earning gold to purchase items. The problem is, many of the items are exclusive and you can only get them through loot crates. I'm not a big fan of loot crates, but in Paladins it seems almost impossible for you to get anything worthwhile, and it's not really giving me great incentive to use my money or my crystals to buy more. To move forward, I think the developers have to address these issues. Otherwise, what's stopping people from choosing Overwatch over Paladins? Not much really. Overall, I've enjoyed my experience in playing Paladins, and I feel like it's a good introduction to the genre. The endless amount of hours I've put into this game shows how much fun it is, and I'll definitely recommend this game to any one of my friends. It looks fantastic, plays fantastic, and is fantastic. There are some things that need to be addressed, but the developers at Hi-Rez Studios can be proud of their work, and I'm excited to see what else they have to offer in the future. Also, a huge shout out to PanDreamJaws, Jake_SVG, Grimx_, BoopleSoup, Roddy Arzak, and Nakri Snowfield on Twitter for letting me use their artwork in this video. The links are in the description below. If you really like their drawings, then check them out, they are extremely talented. That's it for today guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you want more of this content, then hit that subscribe button, it really helps. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.